शुरू करते हैं। इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, what is electricity? How do you find electricity and how can you generate the electricity? What is electricity? The first question is put up in our mind. What is electricity? Now I will explain you what is electricity. Now you know that electricity, the flow of electron is called electricity. Means the flow of electron, if this is a wire, a copper wire, and inside the wire the red symbol shows the electrons. So means the flow of electricity is the flow of electron is called electricity. So that is a copper wire and that is a electron flow in the wire is called a electricity. Means Q is equal to Ne, where E is electron. The value of electron 1.6 into minus 90 coulomb. And N is equal to number of electron. And Q is charge. Q is charge. So my friend, the flow of electron in a wire is called electrons, and Q is equal to Ne, where N is a number of electron, E is the electron, the negative sign. So where if you take the positive, for the positive is plus, and for electron always negative. So 1.6 into 10 to power 19 coulomb. Now we got the formula of Q is equal to Ne, where now you can see I is equal to Q upon T, where the rate of flow of electron is called current. Now this is a wire and this is flow of electrons. In how much, if A to B reach, if electron flow from the point A and after some time t it reach in the point B. So the time travel between A to B, it take some time. So rate of charge is called, rate of flow of electron is called I, current. Means the flow of I means I for current. The symbol of I, you can take this. The SI unit of this is, you know, that ampere. And now the symbol of A for ampere and also for galvanometer. What is the difference between ampere meter and the galvanometer? Galvanometer means a galvanometer where a resistance R is applied is also called A. So that is the galvanometer for use for minimum current. like a pencil cell. I have a mic, and this mic has a cells, and you can measure the current by the galvanometer, not by ampere meter, my friend. Now you also take V is equal to Q, V is equal to W upon Q, where V is voltage, also a potential difference. W is work, that is charge, means in a wire I flow in electric charge, it take a time t, so it can doing is some work. So work upon charge is called voltage. So now the unit is volt. Also 1 volt is equal to joule per coulomb. So now you get the value. Q is equal to NA, V is equal to W upon Q, and also I is equal to Q upon T. Now you got the three formula. The unit is volt, the unit is ampere, and unit only 1.6 into 2 pi coulomb. Now the flow of electron V, what is the voltage? Voltage also called the potential difference. If there is a suppose it is zero charge and it is a positive charge, when we join, the flow of electron is positive to negative. Negative means there is no electron. So that is, you got three formulas. Q is equal to NE, V is equal to W upon Q, I is equal to Q upon 2. Now the most important coulombs. Coulombs no, Ohm's law. Ohm's law. What says Ohm's law? Temperature, pressure, not change, means not change, not change. So V proportional I. You also know when a proportional is removed, always a constant is applied. So R is a constant, is called resistance. So V is equal to Ri and R is equal to V upon I is also ohm. The symbol of ohm. This is SI unit. Also, if we take V and I graph, always a graph is parallel. The circuit diagram, voltage always apply in parallel. Suppose a resistance R is applied, and here we applied a ampere meter. Now we apply 12 volt battery, and then here we connect a resistor, variable resistance, where this is ampere meter, this is resistance, and this is voltage meter, and this is variable meter. Now this is a circuit. When we connect this circuit by a 12 volt battery, the flow of current here, also here, and reach there, and also here. So where now we read the value of I from this and V from this, and put the value of this circuit. Suppose 1 2 3 4 5 6, and now this 1 2 3 4 5, this. Always you got a straight line. Always you got the straight line, my friend. Ohm's law says you plot a diagram on a V or I graph. Always you got a straight line, V proportional I, V when proportional R remove, you got V proportional RT, so V is equal to RI and R is equal to V upon T. The unit of SI, unit of resistance, is ohm. Now then we get, and further the most important question are series and parallel. My friend, resistance means someone stop the current. The symbol of resistance this. Now series, where two resistance R and also R1. This is R1 and this is R2 are connected. This is called a series, and when these are in a parallel view, in parallel, this is called parallel. Now we connect this from a battery. So now this current with a battery signal. So this circuit belongs series and this circuit belongs parallel, where resistance are in parallel form and this is a series form. Now the general formula you always know, R is equal to R1 plus R2, and now this is 1 upon R1 plus R2, where this formula comes. Now my friend, you know that current I is always same, but voltage V1 and here is voltage is V, and the total voltage is V, so V is equal to V1 plus V2. Now from the Ohm's law, V is equal to IR, V1 is equal to I R1 and V2 is equal to I R2. So V is equal to Ri, R is equal to R1, I is equal to R2, where I is common, so I is removed, R is equal to R1 plus R2. This is the combination. Now here B is equal to common, where I is divided by two parts. Now I is equal to I1 plus I2, V is equal to I is equal to V upon IR, I1 is equal to V is equal to R1 and I2 is equal to V upon R2. Now we put the value I is equal to V upon R, V1 upon R1 plus V upon R2, where V is cancelled. So now here we got the formula, this and this, by this and this. Now remove further resistivity, rho is equal to RA upon L होता है, where you know that resistance always proportional length. If you remove the length of a wire, suppose you take the wire of 100 meter, is one is copper and second is 100 meter and 100 meter, copper wire and aluminum wire, Al and Cu, aluminum wire and copper wire, and you both wire is connected by a separate bulb, 100 bulb, 100 voltage bulb and 100 watt bulbs, 100 watt bulb and 100 watt bulb. You can see this copper wire bulb is slower than the aluminum wire. Aluminum wire bulb glow brightly than copper wire because it has lower resistance and it is bigger resistance. So resistance depends length and resistivity, resistance depend area. So resistivity proportional L upon A, where proportional 1, so you know rho L upon A, so rho is equal to RA upon L. The unit is ohm meter, my friend. This is the resistivity. You know that the resistivity of aluminum is very different when it depends on the temperature. If you improve the temperature, so its resistivity also decreases. Now P is equal to, I can see you, you also know that V is equal to W upon Q, cross multiply W is equal to V upon Q, Q is equal to, also you know that I is equal to T, I is equal to Q into T. So now you put the value I is equal to T and power is equal to W upon T. Now put the value, so P is equal to VI where Q is equal to, remove, I write the wrong formula, Q is equal to T, Q is equal to IT, where T is multiplied, so I, T and T. Now remove this, so P is equal to VI, the first formula, also V is equal to IR. Now put the value, so P is equal to I square R. Now the second formula, the first basic formula, second this, and also I is equal to V upon R. Now put the value this and V square upon R. Now third formula, so you got the three formula of power, power first, power second and power fourth, means V is equal to IR, I square R and also V square upon R. So that formula you got power. Now in Joule's law of heating, what is Joule's law of heating? That is Joule's law of heating, that is Joule's law of heating. means h, w is not a work, is taken by h, so h is equal to VIT. It is Joule's law of heating. You also know heat is depend voltage, heat is depend I, and heat is also depend in I T. Also you take this, put this value, also I square RT. Resistance depend means, and no, I think the most important topic I will cover you in this lecture. Hopefully you understand my lecture. If you like my channel, please subscribe my channel. It would be motivative to me, my friend. Namaskar.